in Europe, or it's seen more in Europe than the US, which doesn't seem surprising to me since most people in the developing world are just trying to eat and survive. How can we transfer, using history of contact, help to transfer the technology and lessons learned to help build more ecologically sustainable cities in the developing world? Can you talk on that?
Yes, sure. First of all, I think that although the field of history itself is a separate question, begins in developing countries, the reality is in the last several years that the vitality of this field has really grown dramatically on the subcontinent, India, Pakistan, and certainly in Latin America, especially Brazil, Argentina, and a few other places in Mexico to some degree. So, and that has a lot to do with kind of access to historical communities. But the larger question is the transfer of technology. That process continues to go on, and is not always a positive one. Technology transfer is a very complex process because there is, on the just at the negative side, there is the problem of dumping old technologies on developing countries that are no longer useful in the developing world as a way of unloading them and making some profit. In other cases, it's kind of try to retrofit systems that may be valuable in a densely populated core community with high energy inputs, outputs, and so forth. And so it's very difficult. There's also problems of intermediaries. There was on a panel at Smithsonian several years ago looking at environmental innovation, and a colleague from a research lab in California had developed a very, very small device dependent on light as a way of purifying water. And the technology was very, very simple and very, very cheap. And he could, using very minimal power, use it in a small community or a town and do it at a very, very cheap cost. The problem is that he couldn't get the local governments or even the state governments to support it because it was not large-scale technology. We couldn't conceptualize it having a broad impact. So the problems are somewhat immense. But I should suggest that process of interchange does go on. But on the other hand, black box solutions are not the only way to deal with some of these problems. Some of them are very, very inherently social. You can put a technology in a small tribal community, and if you're having to leap over many generations of technology, then that may not resonate very, very well with communities with use. So it's a very, very difficult thing. But there are plenty of examples of how that's happened. Unfortunately, we still have something like 2 billion people without pure water in the world, if that anymore. So the problems are immense and require a whole range of solutions.